Thank you, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Do kindly be seated. Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Fadillah Yusof, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Energy Transition and Water Transformation. Yang Berbahagia Datuk Haji Mat Zaidi Muhammad Karli, Secretary General to the Ministry of Energy Transition and Water Transformation. Yang Berbahagia Datuk Insinyur Technologist Razib Daud, Executive Director, ASEAN Centre for Energy. Distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you, honored guests, partners in progress, to the official launch of AEBF 2025, Powering ASEAN, Bridging Boundaries, Building Prosperity. This forum represents 25 years of ASEAN's collective ambition to transform energy challenges into opportunities. From the 15th to the 17th of October, energy ministers, global CEOs, investors, innovators, and speakers will gather at the ASEAN Energy Business Forum 2025 in order to support the historic commitments to ASEAN's power grid facilitation. Now, before we ignite this journey, let us now begin by inviting technologist, Datuk Insinyur Technologist Razib Daud, Executive Director of the ASEAN Centre for Energy, to kindly deliver his warm welcome.
Terima kasih. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and very good afternoon to all of you. Yang amat berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Fadillah bin Haji Yusof, Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia, as well as the Minister of PETRA, yang berbahagia Datuk KSU PETRA, Datuk Ahmad Zaidi, yang berusaha Puan Marina, Timbalan KSU, Datuk Hamzah Seda, and my former colleague when I was in my previous job before. Yang amat berhormat, terima kasih again. Thank you for agreeing to launch this important event this year. As you all heard, this is the 25th of the ASEAN Energy Business Forum. We have more or less 71 days before 15 October, the event this year here in this venue in Kuala Lumpur this year. You heard about bridging boundaries and buildings, prosperities, and ASEAN chairmanship, ASEAN team this year under Malaysia of inclusivity and sustainability. I think this year AEBF Forum will be hosted by Yang Amat Berhormat and PETRA by Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur. We at this ASEAN Centre of Energy, or ACE, will make sure this event will be a success, inshallah. So many people, Datuk Seri, please allow me to just get off the script a bit. Many people ask me, why should they attend this forum? Why? Why kind of justification? And they should come to participate in this 25th forum this year. You know that's very, very rare and unique. You have 10 ASEAN ministers together in the room or in this venue that we are going to discuss. I'm sure Datuk Seri in his speech after this will share with you, the topics, important issue in energy in the ASEAN region. So not only the ministers of the 10 ASEAN member states, we also have dialogue partners. We have Australia, from Canada, China, European Union, EU, India, Japan, New Zealand, Republic of Korea, Russian Federation, United Kingdom, and United States. These are also the dialogue partners of the ASEAN. They will be also meet the ASEAN Ministers India meeting in the summit of energy ministers. We also have ASEAN also have an international organization as a partners, International Energy Agency, IEA based in Paris, and IRENA based in Abu Dhabi, International Renewable Energy Agency. We have Area Economic Research Institute of ASEAN and East Asia based in Jakarta. They also be attending this forum. And to follow the recent 46th summit, ASEAN Summit, and the second ASEAN GCC Gulf Cooperation Council and ASEAN GCC China Summit, we also invite participation from this GCC in China to reflect the summit of GCC in China. So the forum is not only meeting of the great minds, but the greatest mind of energy of the ASEAN, and as well as internationally. So we'll bring together the 10 ASEAN energy ministers, ministries, senior officials, policy makers, regulators, industry captains, thought leaders, energy professionals, regionally and internationally. So those are the justification. So I'm sure if you don't attend this, you're going to miss a lot. The networking that we will provide, the rich, the policy insight, the high quality, the strategic discourse on ASEAN energy future. Prominent scholars, influential speakers in energy within the ASEAN as well as internationally. As I mentioned, I think I'm sure Datuk Seri will touch on the scope that we're going to talk on, especially the future of energy security for ASEAN. And, energy transition, the just and inclusive energy transition, the sustainable energy transition. How can we accelerate renewable energy growth? And now is a hot topic in this ASEAN, APG, the ASEAN power grid, the civilian nuclear power option, be it large scale or small modular reactors, the ASEAN Energy Outlook 2050, how can we reach net zero, carbon neutral, regulatory framework, investment opportunities, financing facilities from Multilateral Development Bank, MDBs, private. We're going to talk about blended finance. And, you know, ASEAN is the 5th largest economic in the world, just after US, China, Germany, and Japan, with $3.8 trillion with 677 million population, GDP 4 to 8%. So energy is important to grow, to propel the economic growth. The ASEAN region faces both extraordinary opportunities and pressing challenges in shaping a sustainable energy future. The 8th ASEAN Energy Outlook, which is we published last year, paint a compelling pictures by 2050 ASEAN population with a surge by 15.8%, accompanied by an average annual growth of 4% GDP. So this projection underscores critical reality energy demand will continue to rise, demanding urgent innovation, collaboration, and strategic foresight to achieve energy security, sustainability, affordability for all. So the ASEAN Center for Energy, or ACE, we recognize that meeting these challenges require more than ambition. It demands unity. We realize that important on strengthen regional cooperation, consistent policy dialogue, and practical engagement platform that enable governments, industries, associations, institutions, and other energy stakeholders are important. Therefore, we developed this forum as the international conference and exhibition to foster dialogue and collaboration on the development of ASEAN energy sectors, enable exchange and collaboration and investment in support of the ASEAN energy aspiration. Right. Let me close by thanking Yang Amat Berhormat and everyone here present and support at today's launching of the forum. I look forward to welcoming you again at the 25th ASEAN Energy Business Forum in October. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia, Dato' Senior Technologist Razif Daud, Executive Director of the ASEAN Center for Energy, for guiding us through the ASEAN Energy Business Forum 25's transformative vision. And we're privileged, ladies and gentlemen, to understand how this will shape regional collaboration moving forward. On that note, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the moment we've been waiting for. It is my distinct honor to now invite to the stage Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Fadillah bin Haji Yusof, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Energy Transition and Water Transformation Malaysia, to deliver the keynote address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam Malaysia Madani. Terima kasih saudara pengacara majlis. Yang bahagia Datuk Haji Mat Zaidi Muhammad Khalid, Setiausaha KSU, Kementerian Tenaga dan juga Transformasi Air. Yang bahagia Datuk Engineer Teknologis Razif Daud, sekarang ni jadi Executive Director ASEAN Center for Energy. Dulu Energy Commission of Malaysia lah. Sekarang ni saya kena panggil dia bukan lagi Datuk, Bapak Razif. Jadi distinguished guests, members of media, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to be here today for the soft launch of the ASEAN Energy Business Forum, or better known as AEBF 2025. So on behalf of the Government of Malaysia and the Ministry of Energy Transition and Water Transformation, I wish to extend our deepest appreciation to the ASEAN Center for Energy, or AS, for organizing this event and for its enduring leadership in fostering regional energy cooperation. As chair of ASEAN in 2025, Malaysia is proud to lead the region under the overarching theme of ASEAN 2025, Inclusivity and Sustainability. This theme underscores our commitment to ensuring that regional economic growth remains dynamic, innovative, and most importantly, equitable and people-centered. In the energy sector, Malaysia selected the theme Powering ASEAN, Bridging Boundaries, Building Prosperity. This reflects our conviction that energy is a vital enabler of regional economic integration and a key driver of inclusive development. It is a theme that calls for strengthening connectivity, collective action, and cross-border innovation. The ASEAN Energy Business Forum 2025, scheduled to take place right here at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Center from 15 to 17 October, is an essential component of that vision. It will provide an open, inclusive, and dynamic platform for dialogue among ASEAN member states, policymakers, business leaders, investors, researchers, and also energy innovators. The year 2025 is a pivotal turning point for ASEAN's energy cooperation. It marks the culmination of the ASEAN Plan of Action for Energy Cooperation, or APEAC, Phase 2, 2021, running to 2025, and the beginning of APEAC 2026 to 2035. As we prepare for this transition, we recognize the growing urgency to intensify our efforts in accelerating the clean energy transition, enhancing energy security, and expanding access, especially in underserved communities across our region. A key initiative under Malaysia's chairmanship is the endorsement of the Enhanced Memorandum of Understanding on the ASEAN Power Grid, or APG. This will not only support regional grid integration, but also unlock the vast potential of multilateral electricity trade across borders. The APG is not merely an infrastructure project. It is a symbol of ASEAN solidarity and a concrete pathway to enable more renewable energy integration reduce dependency on fossil fuels, and create resilient energy systems. However, the success of this initiative hinges on more than just policy commitments. It requires strong collaboration among all segments of society. We need the active involvement of regulators, utilities, technology providers, investors, and the research community. We must work together to overcome challenges in regulatory harmonization, infrastructure financing, and technical interoperability. This is precisely why AEBF 2025 plays such a vital role. It serves as a dedicated platform to foster these critical dialogues and partnerships. It is not just a conference, it is a marketplace of ideas, a platform for partnership, and a catalyst for innovation. We aim to feature policy dialogues, high-level roundtables, business-to-business networking, and a dedicated exhibition showcasing the latest technologies and investment opportunities in clean energy, grid modernization, energy efficiency, green hydrogen, and carbon markets. I therefore take this opportunity to warmly invite all stakeholders to participate in AEBF 2025, whether as speakers, exhibitors, strategic partners, or sponsors. Your presence will not only enhance the richness of the discourse, but will also signal your commitment to advancing a low-carbon, inclusive energy future for ASEAN. NESA is committed to ensuring that AEBF 2025 will be inclusive, forward-looking, and action-oriented. We envision a forum that does not just discuss ideas, but sparks new collaboration, accelerates investment flows, and support real outcomes aligned with the ASEAN Community Vision 2045. As we embark on this journey together, let us reaffirm our shared purpose to power ASEAN future through partnership, to bridge our boundaries through innovation, and to build shared prosperity through sustainability. So on that note, I look forward to welcoming you all once again at the ASEAN Energy Business Forum 2025 this October, and let us make it a landmark event for Malaysia and ASEAN's energy journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Fadillah Yusof. We'd like to invite you, sir, to kindly remain on stage as I invite Yang Berbahagia Datuk Haji Mat Zaidi Muhammad Karli and Yang Berbahagia Datuk Insinyur Technologist Razib Daud to kindly join the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Energy Transition and Water Transformation on stage for a photograph to symbolize the soft launch of AEBF 25, the ASEAN Energy Business Forum 2025. I'd like to invite Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri to kindly remain on stage along with our other distinguished guests as I now invite Puan Marina Maputs, Deputy Secretary General of the Ministry of Energy Transition and Water Transformation, and Dr. Andi Tirta, Chairman of the ASEAN Energy Business Forum 2025, to kindly join us on stage for another photograph. Thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Fadillah Yusof, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Energy Transition and Water Transformation. And thank you to all our other distinguished guests. We'd like to invite everyone to kindly return to their seats momentarily.
come and join with us in the IBF 25 World
And once again, also joining us on the panel for the press conference, we have Yang Berbahagia Datuk Haji Mat Zaidi Muhammad Karali, Secretary General of the Ministry of Energy Transition and Water Transformation, and Yang Berbahagia Datuk Insinyur Technologist Razif Daud, Executive Director of the ASEAN Centre for Energy. Yang Berhormat Deputy Prime Minister, some opening remarks, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Terima kasih. Saya kira semua local jurnalis kan. Alright, saya cakap bahasa Malaysia dulu. For the question and answers we can dalam English lah. So terima kasih di atas kehadiran semua untuk launching AEBF 2025. Seperti mana saya katakan dalam ucapan tadi, Malaysia merupakan chairman untuk ASEAN this year. Bila kita chairman, maknanya semua urusan berhubung kait dengan ASEAN mesyuarat keseluruhan, sama ada the Leaders Summit, Kementerian Luar, Keselamatan, termasuklah energy juga akan berada di Kuala Lumpur. Di peringkat pegawai bermesyuarat di Kuching sudah selesai. So Oktober will be mesyuarat Menteri Tenaga. Dalam program mesyuarat Menteri Tenaga ini melibatkan policy makers, semua menteri peringkat ASEAN. Kemudian dia akan ada dialogue partners, and all our dialogue partners involve international, from west and also from the east. Dan juga ada industry players to a certain extent. Dan setiap mana-mana venue kita adakan, kita akan ada AEBF yang melibatkan forum ekonomi. This one is where the industry players akan showcase dari segi pameran teknologi mereka. Experts akan datang untuk kongsi pandangan the latest technology, latest innovation, and also bagaimana kita nak tangani peralihan daripada tenaga yang kurang bersih kepada tenaga yang lebih bersih dan juga green. So including new technologies dari segi smart grid system, anything related yang boleh membawa kepada kecekapan dan juga kebersihan penggunaan tenaga kita. So that's what's going to happen. And dalam konteks ASEAN, daripada dulu lagi kita dah bercakap tentang ASEAN Power Grid. Dah lama bercakap. So last year bila saya menjadi co-chair untuk Ministers of Energy dekat Bentian, kita mengusulkan for us to revisit and to make sure that this time round APG menjadi fokus kepada semua negara-negara ASEAN. So that's why di Malaysia kali ini kita melihat bahawa ASEAN Power Grid ini akan menjadi fokus untuk kita dapat persetujuan daripada semua negara. And dari segi mesyuarat di peringkat pegawai, kita dah dapat indication bahawa semua negara ASEAN dah bersetuju. So hopefully in October ini we'll be able to sign the MOU untuk kita realisasikan ASEAN Power Grid. Satu is the roadmap dan bagaimana kita nak harmonizekan dari segi standard, dari segi regulation dan juga the business model yang melibatkan cross-border transaction for energy exchange between countries among ASEAN members. Ini perkara-perkara yang akan di-spell out dalam perjanjian yang mana setiap negara nanti akan mengambil tindakan untuk kita realisasikan. Dan welcome to Philippines next year yang akan menjadi chair, and hopefully the MOU itu akan menjadi satu agreement yang menjadi hala tuju untuk kita realisasikan ASEAN Power Grid itu. So itulah harapan and outcome from Malaysia perspective nanti, because this is important. As you know from the team, we are talking about sustainability and shared prosperity. Tanpa tenaga, there's no way ASEAN can achieve what we aspire to be, which is a prosperous nation where we can share our prosperity at the same time to make sure it is sustainable in terms of economic sustainability, social sustainability, and also the environmental perspective. So this is what we want to achieve. So that's why saya katakan dalam ucapan tu tadi, it's not just a vision, but we want to realize that vision into action. And the action, we need everybody to take part in it. Okay? Alright, if you have any questions, I have two experts who can respond on behalf. Alright.
Any questions, ladies and gentlemen of the media?
Datuk Seri, yang menyentuh mengenai regulatory harmonisation, pembiayaan infrastruktur dan technical interoperability. So benda tu memang akan diselesaikan menerusi agreement Oktober ni ke?
As I told you, MOU is the understanding. So understanding is normally the general framework. And the detailing part will be every country will bring it back to respective country. Then of course they work out all the details. And from there the working committee, which is at SOM, senior official meeting, they will work out from every countries will come up with their perspective, and then will come up with agreement how we can get everybody to agree with certain one standard for ASEAN. For example, only with one standard, then interoperability of the system will be able to be achieved. Kalau tidak, nanti kita tak boleh nak hantar standard tak sama kan. So that's why we have to come with one standard. But inshallah, I think this will be able to be achieved. The one is all the nitty-gritties will be worked out at the working level.
So maknanya one standard tu akan dikemukakan dalam perjanjian Oktober ni lah?
Yeah, the general provision is for commitment from all countries to agree to come up with one standard. What will be the standard? Need to be worked out at the working level.
Next question, members of the media?
Any more?
Lagi satu, bila Datuk Seri mention about carbon markets kan, jadi sekarang ni sebab voluntary carbon market ni dia masih voluntary, so dia punya sambutan ataupun dia kurang memberangsangkan. So jadi sebagai PETRA kan, Menteri Peralihan juga, adakah mungkin ada cadangan untuk menjadikannya mandatory, so jadi kesediaan ataupun penawaran bekalan tenaga yang bersih ataupun air ni akan dianjakkan lagi?
As far as carbon is concerned for Malaysia, we have two other ministries that is looking after it. One is NRES, Ministry of Environment and Resources. The other one is Ministry of Economy, because it involves into economic perspective. For carbon capture, carbon storage and carbon trading, there's a standard. And it seems that even in the world, we are not able to come to certain agreement as far as standard is concerned. We have World Bank, we have United Nations, and some other matters. In Malaysia, as for carbon trading, what they call the Bursa is already doing it for Malaysia. So they're using certain other standards. So what we need to, under that particular ministry, they will have to discuss. But related to our ministry will be, because energy, we are also releasing carbon. In relation to carbon, our commitment by 2050, we want to bring it down. So our commitment now is we need to migrate to green energy. We need to migrate to clean energy. So that's how our ministry will play a role. How can we migrate into a cleaner and greener energy sectors? What are the generation that we need to do? What are the other initiatives through new technologies that we need to do, so that from there we'll be able to achieve that 70% of our energy in 2050 must be clean and also must be green. So that's from our perspective, the ministry's perspective. On the carbon capture, carbon credit will come under different ministry, but there's also commitment from the government that we are looking into all that.
But would you suggest to make it, like for example for Bursa, the voluntary carbon market, to make it mandatory for listed companies, and because it's also open for non-listed companies to list in the
No, there's a challenge to it. That's why I told you it comes under that particular ministry, and within among ASEAN also they have to discuss. And what be the standard? Even the world has not come up with one particular standards. So we need to work as far as at the world level, what will be the standard that is acceptable, that is by the entire stakeholders. So in Malaysia, I think we also accept, we recognize, right now we have World Bank, we have United Nations. For now it's voluntary, so we have to follow all that exercise until there's a clarity as far as the world is concerned, then we'll follow along.
Any other questions from other members of the media? If you raise a hand, we'll get a microphone to you to help your question be more audible. At the back? Anyone at the back? Please raise your hands, we'll get a microphone to you.
You want to touch on carbon capture?
Datuk Technologies, maybe you can highlight some of the topics and also speakers that we can look forward to at the forum.
Okay, just to add, not only technology, we also have a stream on financing. Facilities, Multilateral Development Bank, World Bank, ADB will also participate to finance this big, massive, giant 8 ASEAN power grid project. We estimated billions up to 2050. So we also provide this course and platform, exchanging the idea, either private finance or blended finance and so on. So it's an important area to discuss in this forum. And although it is an ASEAN function, but people all over the world will come here because they see, world see ASEAN as potential growth here, opportunity for them to invest. The company, all over the world, they want to sell their product and so on. So ASEAN have this huge potential. The economy will grow. Also, the demands of energy also will grow, and also the challenges of meeting the renewable energy also will grow. So lots of opportunity, a lot of platform, networking, discourse, and so on, sharing information and get up to date. Where on earth you can see the 10 ASEAN in one venue here, ministers in one venue. That's the unique of this forum. We also talk about nuclear power, civilian nuclear power, not nuclear arm, the civilian nuclear power generation option, and also renewable energy, solar, photovoltaic, mobility, EV, and so on. Anything that Yang Muhammad mentioned about how to move into low carbon economy. So anything touching the energy will be discussed in this forum. And so there are a lot to discuss. And this is unique for ASEAN, how you want to shape the future of ASEAN energy, which is in this October forum. A lot of prominent speakers, from all over the world will convene in this venue to support this Malaysian championship with the theme inclusivity and sustainability. So a lot of exciting stuff that will be happening.
Any further questions, members of the media?
All right.
No, thank you very much, members of the media, for your kind attention, and thank you, Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Fadillah Yusof, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Energy and Water Transformation Malaysia.